In 1990, CCB decided to produce the epic series Romance of the Three Kingdoms. They assembled 7 renowned directors and over 100 historians and researchers to begin intensive preparations and casting. While the roles of key characters, Zai Cao Cao Cao, Liu Bi, Sun Quan, and Zhu Zhuliang were quickly settled, the role of Guan Yu remained uncast for a long time. The actors considered either didn't meet the height requirement or lacked the commanding presence needed. Guan Yu was a treasured character in Romance of the Three Kingdoms, revered since ancient times, especially in folk traditions, where Guan Yi Lord Guan is respected both in the underworld and the heavens. His influence far exceeds that of Liu Bi, Cao Cao, and Zhu Zhuliang. Some local businesses and film shoots even required paying homage to Guan Gong Lord Guan, putting immense pressure on the directors and actors to find the right actor for Guan Yu. The directors team decided to hold a nation-wide casting call. Goda, from the Xi'an drama troupe, upon hearing the news, recommended Lu Shuming. At that time, Lu Shuming was away, so the team went to his home but found no one there. They left a note on the window with contact details and purpose. The team waited in the hotel for 3 days without seeing Lu Shuming, and they were ready to abandon him as a candidate. Unexpectedly, on the day they were about to leave, a sudden heavy rain trapped them in the hotel for several days. During this time, Lu Shuming's wife remembered that the window at home was left open. Lu Shuming hurriedly borrowed a car to return home and saw a note on the window. Perhaps it was fate. Upon learning that Romance of the Three Kingdoms was looking for him to play Guan Yu, he was thrilled and rushed to the hotel without hesitation. Upon meeting the team, he did a simple makeup test. Looking in the mirror, Lu Shuming himself was surprised to see how much he resembled Guan Gong from the illustrations. He then stood up, mimicked the dramatic actions, holding the sword in his right hand and resting his left hand on the burning flame. With piercing eyes, the director was overjoyed. They had finally found Guan Gong. With his outstanding appearance, Lu Shuming achieved an 8 out of 10 resemblance, especially with his slightly raised eyes and authoritative gaze, truly embodying the presence of Guan Gong. During the filming, whenever he appeared, the soldiers on set would excitedly shout General Guan, and local people nearby would also worship him, treating him as Guan Gong descending to the mortal realm. However, the good times didn't last long. As a late, blooming actor, Lu Shuming's shortcomings soon became apparent. Guan Gong in the series needed not only the right demeanor, but also the ability to deliver his lines naturally. Lu Shuming's performance lacked the essence, and rumors even spread about him taking leave to play mahjong, leading to the team's growing dissatisfaction. Despite this, director Wang decided to give him another chance. After a serious reprimand, Lu Shuming no longer dared to be complacent. Lu Shuming was called Guan Yu come to life because of his tremendous efforts in portraying Guan Yu. He meticulously studied the script, wrote down hundreds of pages of lines, and locked himself in his room daily to immerse in Guan Yu's character, often dreaming of Guan Yi at night. When the scenes of the Shu Han faction began filming, particularly the first scene of the Peach Garden Oath, he embodied Guan Gong perfectly, deeply moving everyone. His height of 9 feet, beard of 2 feet, face like a heavy jujube, lips like painted lipstick, phoenix eyes, and worm eyebrows made him look like the real martial saint. In Records of the Three Kingdoms, Guan Yu is described as a general who can face thousands and a fierce general. To portray Guan Yu's martial prowess, Lu Shuming insisted on using a fully restored green dragon crescent blade weighing 90 pounds. He trained hard to handle this large blade effortlessly, showing fluid movements that earned applause from everyone on set. Additionally, The Three Kingdoms crew paid great attention to prop authenticity. Lu Shuming even managed to perform simultaneous hand movements. Although he had never ridden a horse, he practiced horseback riding intensively, daring to fight on horseback during filming. He claimed to be the best Guan Gong, and indeed, he won the admiration of all viewers. Classic scenes like the solo ride of 1,000 miles, the Battle of Red Cliffs, and the bone-cutting therapy remain unforgettable. With his portrayal of Guan Yu deeply ingrained in people's hearts, Lu Shuming's reverence for Guan Gong was also very sincere, and he became increasingly immersed in the role. To recreate the phoenix eyes, he used glue to lift his eyelids daily, leaving scars after several days without removing makeup. During a scene of riding a horse across a river, the red-haired horse suddenly panicked, throwing him off and running away. Lu Shuming fell heavily onto the riverbed and couldn't get up for days. An old military doctor had to be called in, who used a syringe for animals to draw blood. The entire crew dared not look. Although this was not as severe as Guan Gong's bone-cutting therapy, it proved his resilience. What marked Lu Shuming's life was the final scene of Guan Yu's retreat from Beijing. During the shoot, the red-haired horse even shed tears, as if Guan Gong was truly destined to embody Guan Gong throughout his life. In the snow that day, Lu Shuming knelt on the ground, bowed his head, and prayed with clasped hands, "Lord Guan, I promise to depict your death well with my life. Please bless me." When he turned around, he saw the soldiers and extras kneeling as well. As the filming began, the kneading of the red-haired horse signaled Guan Yu's mournful fall, and the entire crew was immersed in grief, with tears flowing. To everyone's surprise, the red-haired horse also cried out and shed tears. The entire scene was performed in one take, and Lu Shuming's portrayal of Guan Yu ended at that moment. The world was blanketed in white, as if he truly was the tragic hero. Lu Shuming lay in the snow for nearly half an hour, and everything ended too quickly. Guan Yu could no longer emerge from his heart. After the airing of Romance of the Three Kingdoms in 1994, Lu Shuming's portrayal of Guan Gong deeply resonated with people, but also became a burden on his acting career. Although he later appeared in roles like the Emperor of Han and Li Guang, people always associated him with Guan Yu, gradually making it hard for him to find new roles. He bore no complaints, instead saying that playing Guan Gong was enough. In his personal life, he always adhered to Guan Gong's spirit, valuing loyalty and filial piety. In 2014, when his mother was suffering from lung cancer and brain cancer, unable to speak and paralyzed in her lower limbs, Lu Shuming canceled all his work to care for her treatment. At the same time, he learned that Zhang Fei's actor was suffering from a cerebral hemorrhage, unable to take care of himself and facing financial difficulties. Lu Shuming immediately visited and took on the responsibility of caring for Li Jingfei. Lu Shuming rejected all work opportunities and endured criticism for rural performances, but made no excuses. Thankfully, under his care, his mother miraculously regained her speech, thinking, and walking abilities until her death in 2020 at the age of 93. However, on November 1, 2020, Lu Shuming passed away at the age of 60. Upon hearing the news, Li Jingfei's condition rapidly worsened, and he also passed away shortly after. Following Lu Shuming, in a sense, the spirit represented by this role deeply influenced his entire life. Everyone says there will never be another Guan Gong after Lu Shuming. Subsequently, whether in film and television works or folk sculptures, the image of Guan Gong closely resembles Lu Shuming. It may seem unbelievable, but Lu Shuming was truly the destined choice to play Guan Gong. However, Lu Shuming passed away on November 1, 2020 at age 60. His passing deeply affected Li Jingfei, who deteriorated rapidly and also passed away shortly after. The impact of his role as Guan Gong profoundly shaped his life. People believe that no one else could portray Guan Gong like Lu Shuming, and his likeness has become synonymous with the character in both media and sculptures. It may seem incredible, but Lu Shuming was truly destined to play Guan Gong. There's a rumor about the most teary hotel in Hubei, Chinoof Lakeside Garden Hotel. The entire building is painted a vivid red. In front stands a huge 9-dragon wall, with statues of Guan Gong and Zongku carved on either side, and various deities and Buddhas scattered throughout the garden. What's behind the strange design? What bizarre stories might be hidden here? Located by the beautiful East Lake in Wuhan, Hubei, and near the high-tech zone, the hotel was initially built to 5-star standards, aiming to be a unique landmark. However, the hotel's design, with its crimson exterior, seemed overdone and out of place. Deep red walls are typically found in temples, and red in ancient times was believed to ward off evil spirits, which sparked curiosity. Local elders claim the hotel's original site was an execution ground during the late Qing dynasty, sparsely populated and heavy with yin energy. Additionally, a graveyard on the nearby hill added to the sinister atmosphere. Oddly, despite the road being narrow and remote with low traffic, accidents were frequent. In the 1980s and 90s, a Hong Kong owner took over the land to build a luxury hotel. During construction, accidents were frequenters falling from heights or having objects fall on them. The hotel's striking red color was intended to combat this. But strange occurrences continued. Guests reported feeling unwell and experiencing odd dreams. One journalist even dreamt of a headless woman in red. A scene so vivid it blurred the line between dream and reality, causing intense fear. Initially, the hotel management dismissed these as isolated incidents. However, mounting complaints about rooms being disordered despite no signs of tampering, and security guards witnessing scenes of beheadings from ancient executions, led to serious concern. The management sought help from a renowned Feng Shui master. The master identified that the hotel's Feng Shui issues were not related to its past use, but to its geographical setup. The ideal Feng Shui would involve mountains in the back and water in the front. But the hotel was backed by East Lake, with no mountain support and faced an unfavorable street layout, and a large meteorological center, worsening the hotel's bad energy. Despite the red exterior aiming to suppress yin energy, it wasn't sufficient. The master recommended changing the hotel's orientation to face north, making the building shape resemble the character Earth, which absorbs and conceals negative energy. The new design also redirected traffic flow to solve a major issue. The master skillfully redesigned the road to form a rice-bag shape, ensuring continuous flow from the north, effectively countering the bad energy and attracting good fortune. Post-renovation, the Lakeside Garden Hotel transformed from a site of misfortune to a flourishing business. The garden was enhanced with a Big Dipper formation to boost energy and ward off evil, and various deity statues were added to symbolize powerful support. The hotel's design now features kiln statues at entrances to block negative energy, a 9-dragon wall, and depictions of the 3 stars of fortune, prosperity, and longevity, symbolizing positive energy and protection. The story of Lu Shuming, renowned for his portrayal of Guan Gong, and the hotel's Feng Shui adjustment, both reflect deep respect for traditional culture and wisdom. Lu Shuming's portrayal of Guan Gong has become an irreplaceable cultural symbol, while the Lakeside Garden Hotel story exemplifies modern interpretations of Feng Shui. These narratives, interwoven in different contexts, highlight the enduring influence and importance of Chinese traditional culture in contemporary society. Whether in acting or hotel design, they demonstrate a profound respect and reverence for cultural heritage. Feel free to share your thoughts and perspectives. See you next time.